her socks up. When it's halftime, she get full finna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most of my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no let. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentley's, little bunch of run up cash, double back. Baby, show me what your mama made and make that. Yeah, make that. You got such a pretty face, but I want. Tell her I'm ready, the check coming heavy. I bought them made busy, no this ain't a Chevy. The king of my city, can't nobody check me. They know where I'm at if they coming to get me. I've been in the pocket like he's in a wallet. If you think you got it, then just being honest. You ain't gotta like me, but gotta respect me, make it. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then boy, if you ain't talking paper, I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then
Well, the humidity's still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
On the ground, this is Amari and Hampton. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call it. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Set. 52 blue, steel black. Set.
On first down, it's Hampton. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
Red, 38. Hut.
A run once more with Hampton. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Jaguars at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They have the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Pass It's taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tucker Kraft, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Looking to put a drive together. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now it's Nix. And it's caught. It's Samuel Porter. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Jaguar defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line.
Not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. He did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Gibbs will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive, and they were able to put one together here and finish with a touchdown run.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The work inside here, Hampton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back to Hampton on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go now. Hut.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. That really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Sheds off the tackle. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Real quick. Maybe on that rap and pay the bills. And now I'm fit it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold unearned. Wanna do it, we can do it.
On the double.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Down.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Set, hut. 45, wide. Set, hut.
Love looking to throw it. We're in the middle of the field and he's got him incomplete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Okay,
So
right.
here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set, ready. Black swap. 60 red.
On the give, this is Hampton. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses. If they catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Ready. 33. Yellow. Ready.
Love now. They'll check this one down to Hampton. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Black. 95. Set.
Now Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 22. Set, hut.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Down. Ready, ready.
Here's Love. Guys, man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Flowers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now 2nd and 9. To throw is Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing Nix. And he is caught. And he works free. Down the right sideline. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with first and goal from very short range.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Texans have broken the tie. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go. Hut.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Nix to the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd down and 1.
Let's go.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. Power on power, but he's not going to get in.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 47-yard line.
That's out quickly to Howard.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Pitch and catch to Moreau to tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They'll go play action with Nix. That's complete to the Porta. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
after an incomplete pass on second down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Nix. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Here we go. Smash. Blue 32. Ready.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. We'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
Throwing. Love. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Hassan Reddick picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set. Ready. Set.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got his receiver, it's Golden. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays you can't account for.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Go. Hut, hut.
Now it's Hampton, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Firing quickly out wide is Love. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Okay.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Set. Hut. Black. Hut. Hut.
Love. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Black shot 33. Yellow.
To throw now. Here's Love. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. That's now a a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't think, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Jaguar pressure and Jaguar sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly. But that time, it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielding just inside the 20. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Here we go.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Love fires up quickly outside. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. Let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Diggs. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Touchdown, Houston. Romeo Doubs, 66 yards. And the Texans use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. And Howie clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing to start the drive. Love. This is caught by Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Jaguars, first down.
Edo Blue.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
50, drill green. 10.
To throw again on 2nd down. Love. That is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go, set.
To the air again. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Well, I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. 10, punt.
Off the play fake, Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Set, punt. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
That's another Jaguars first down.
Here's Hampton. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready. Ready.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he stopped immediately there. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. And now an audible here into something else. Now it's Nix. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Houston, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.
707 no callers. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up, cause we mobbin'. Every time